Today, I want to talk to you about your dreams because they aren't random and there's a reason why you can't shake them no matter what you do. So, I want you to know something right away. This episode is for the woman who is starting to maybe quietly dream again, but also questioning herself for it. The woman who has goals that she hasn't said out loud. She has these secret desires that she's really tried to be practical about. I know all about that. And then visions that she's talked herself out of more times than she can count. So, today I want to talk to you about something that I deeply believe, and that is that your dreams are not random. And your desires that you just can't shake, they're trying to tell you something. There's a reason why certain desires keep coming back over and over and over again. So, have you ever noticed how some dreams just won't leave you? Maybe you had a dream of being a singer as a child, and here you are at 35 years old and you still have this dream. You love singing, but you just kind of do it in the shower and you don't tell anybody about it. Or maybe you've always had a dream of public speaking or being an incredible hostess in your home and hosting dinner parties. Or maybe you've had a dream of owning a business. Now, you try to move on. Let me know if this sounds familiar. You try to move on. You try to be grateful for what you already have. You tell yourself, well, maybe that's actually not for me. And yet it comes back. The same idea, the same vision, that same quiet longing. I want you to know this. That is not coincidence. That's information. And most women think that desire is something to be controlled or to minimize, especially ambitious women. We've been taught don't want too much, don't be unrealistic, don't outgrow your life too fast. You don't want to rock the boat. But desires and dreams, they just don't work like that. Desire is directional. It points you towards expansion. And when something keeps resurfacing, when it just doesn't go away, it's often because it's connected to who you're becoming, not who you've been. Or it's something that's been there all along. It actually is a divine gifting. So I want to talk a little bit about why women talk themselves out of their biggest dreams. And here's what I see all the time with the female entrepreneurs that I coach. It's not that they lack vision. They actually don't lack vision. They lack permission. So instead of asking, what do I actually want? They ask, well, what's reasonable? What makes sense? What won't disappoint anybody? And slowly they edit their own dreams. Slowly they edit their own desires. And it's not because they don't believe in themselves, but because wanting more, it requires confronting the identity that you need to step into. Because big dreams don't just ask for action, they ask for expansion, right? When we decide to step into that, we have to grow, we have to expand. So they ask themselves, well, who do I have to become to actually hold this dream? What old versions of me would I need to release in order to make this possible? And what standards for myself would need to rise? So instead of answering these questions, because those feel very uncomfortable and we like to stay in that comfort zone, many women shrink the dream. But desire is a clue to your next level. It's actually not only a clue, it's an invitation. So here's the reframe that I want to offer you today, because your desires are indeed clues. So pay attention. They're not demands. They're not pressures. The desires for the dreams that are on your heart that God has placed within you, like I said, they're actually invitations, an invitation into more alignment, into more integrity, into more honesty with yourself. You don't have to know how yet. Actually, I work with a lot of ambitious, um, very high achieving entrepreneurial women, and they are looking to collapse time. And that's what we do in coaching. And so they always want to know, okay, how? How are we going to get there quickly? And it's never about the how, it's always about the who. Who do you need to be? So you don't have to know the how yet, and you don't actually have to be ready yet, but you do have to stop pretending that you don't want what you want. You have to recognize who you need to be in order to get that. Because every next level woman that I know didn't get there by silencing her desires, didn't get there by silencing her dreams. She got there by honoring it. And this is just part of that identity weave, right? This is where identity comes in. It does come in gently, but powerfully. You don't receive what you want. You receive what you believe that you're available for. And availability is not about effort. It's actually more about self-concept than effort. When you start letting yourself want more without apology, then you begin the identity shift before the results show up. And that's actually how the results show up. That's part of how you invite them in, is the identity shift always precedes results. And this is how change happens. So I want to share something with you. If this conversation is resonating, if you can feel that quiet pull toward more, I am hosting my first ever live 3-day event on Zoom this February. It's actually happening February 11th, 12th, and 13th. And it's for the woman who is ready to stop shrinking their dreams, stop shrinking their desires, who wants to know their call and their purpose, and who wants to start trusting what's been placed on their heart. And over these 3 days in February, we're going to be exploring why your dreams exist in the first place, what's been blocking you from fully claiming them, and how to move into Q1 with clarity, belief, and grounded momentum. Belief always precedes miracles. So if you are believing for a miracle in your life this year in 2026, increasing your faith and your belief and your knowing that it's already been done, that the prayer has already been answered, is something that's going to be crucial to everything that you're wanting in 2026. And this isn't about forcing outcomes. It's about creating alignment internally and externally, because everything that we experience externally is just a reflection of what we're experiencing internally on the inside. So you're going to find the registration link in the show notes, and I would absolutely love for you to be there. I would love for us to be connected, and I would love to support you there. It's going to be a great 3 days. You are going to love it. You're going to walk away feeling refreshed and excited and motivated and inspired and changed. So as we close, I want to leave you with this. The dreams that keep calling you are not distractions. They're actually directions. Follow them. And the woman who honors them, she becomes someone that she can trust. So if this episode spoke to you, take a moment today and ask yourself, what desires, what dreams have I been talking myself out of? And what might change if you actually stop doing that? If you have a dream on your heart and you knew from the moment that I started this episode, put it in the comments. I would love to know what your dream is. I would love to celebrate that with you. What a big step of boldness, especially if you've never told anybody about it. Now, I want to remind you to go and be the woman that your future is waiting on. I can't wait to see you at my first live event in February.